Okay, welcome everyone. This is just another little video that I'm going to create a page that I couldn't sleep last night because I was kept thinking about this page that I want to create. So I thought I would get up this morning and do it. So I'm going to be using the flat Lindy's, what is it, Go Girl set from Natalie May's set that she created for Lindy's Magicals. Now, what I'm going to do is create the background here. So I'm just going to wet my paper. I'll probably put too much water on, but that's okay. We'll run with what we're doing here. So I'm kind of doing the reverse, I suppose, of sprinkle and spritz. So I've spritzed first and then I've sprinkled. So we'll see how that goes as a different way of doing things. Now I should just hold on a second while I get my laptop up because I have no idea whether you guys are even in. Sorry, I just off the cuff decided to do this video, so just bear with me for a second. Okay. There we go. There it is. Alrighty. Let me just bring that screen up a little bit. Okay, yep. At least you're in screen. I just thought maybe. Alright, okay, so have I done this? Oh, I did a little bit of this one, so I'll just put a little bit over there. I will be smushing this around and, you know, just sort of mixing it up a little bit. I don't know if I'll use all of the colours. I'm using the flat set. I don't know if I mentioned that, but at this point I'm just using the flat set. So I might just leave it at that because those colours are kind of good together. Just get my big brush that I use. Where's it gone? Just wash brushes, and of course it's sitting in the dirty water. Okay, so I'm going to just start tapping. I need to tell you about this watercolour paper I'm using here too at the moment. So what I'm doing here is just smushing it around because there is still a lot of powder that's not activated. So if I don't activate it, it's just going to fall off the page. So I'm trying not to do too much to it, and I'm just sort of smushing just to get that colour over all of the page. And I'm using a new watercolour book. Sorry, I just thought I could smell smoke then, and I thought, oh gosh, something on fire. So if I run off in a hurry, then that's what it is. But no, okay, seems to be all right. Okay. If you see any flames behind me, do give me a shout. Although I do have smoke detectors in here, so hopefully we'll see if they work. Okay, so you can see I'm just smushing it around, trying to activate it, but you know, kind of letting it do its own thing to a degree, just so that, well, I like to try and cover as much of the paper as possible. And obviously I'm going to put lots of stuff all over it, and so I'm not too worried about all the intensity. So for this section here, I've just used the flat Boss Babe Blonde flat. I've used the Get It Girl Green and the Unstoppable Aqua, all from the flat range. I am just going to grab a little bit more of the yellow. I didn't put much yellow on it. Not that it really probably needs any more. grab a bit of a... Now, of course, by putting so much water on, it's going to take forever to dry. And I haven't prepared one earlier because, like I say, this was just off the cuff. Alright, so I'm just going to just let that sit for a little bit, pushing the paper down so it moves a little bit. So I need to tell you about this paper that I'm working on. It's a product that I just bought it online, and it's 300 GSM, which is the better one to use, better weight to use for watercolour mediums. Now, in American talk, it's 140 pounds, but usually they have both figures on it. So, because this is an American product, I think I got it from Amazon. But the thing that is special about it, it's actually on a block. It's all glued together. There's, I don't know, let me just try and lift up. There's 20 sheets on here, and it's all glued together. And the idea for that is because when you're working with watercolor papers, if you're a watercolor artist, you know that you need to stretch your watercolor paper. And you girls know enough about by using Lindy's and that it will crinkle up your paper if you do it. You know, by the time you dry it and everything, it's all crinkled up. It curls up. Whereas by doing this, it keeps it flat, and that's the whole purpose of it. You can, now that I've taken away, you can sort of see it's all glued there, and you use your knife. You can see it's come away a little bit up the top there, but you use your knife to take it off. So I'll show you in a moment when it's dried how it works. I was apprehensive when I first got it because I thought, how on earth am I going to get this off here? But it's fabulous, and it probably will be the only way I'll buy it now. It's 20 sheets. I'm trying to work out. Remember, I'm not sure, but it's, you know, a little over $1 a sheet. You know, that's not too bad. Well, 35. 40 sheets. That would be. It's roughly about like $1.50 a sheet. This is the worst part, is drying it off. Also too, you can't get underneath to dry it. However, I found, now that I've used a few of the sheets from this now, so sometimes what I do is just stick the dryer in that crack there and it dries. But anyway, it's if you're intrigued, it's worth having a look at. But it really does. You can see it's got a little bit of warping, I suppose, but nothing, not curling up like you would normally have. And look, I'm really quite happy with this colour. I just love the Go Girl. This colour range is just so, it's just different, and it's bright, and it's great for summer. Yeah, I just love it. And you know, I've got so many ideas I want to do with it, so I hope I don't burn out before I get them done. But I thought of this one when I was in bed last night, and I could not sleep because I thought I have to get up and do this. So I'll probably crash and burn this afternoon and have a snooze. I love it when I get excited about doing something, because of late I found it very hard to keep my mojo going, very hard. I think it's the same with everyone, end of year. Now, this is what, and you just run your knife along. Now, I'm just lifting it with my finger or my nail, and the glue is releasing because, you know, it's had, the last shoot I didn't even need the knife. But please be gentle, because, you know, if it's still a bit tight, you can rip it. So, you know, don't be too flippant with it. Treat it with lots of care. And this is just PVA glue that it's stuck up with. And I'll show you the brand cover in a moment when I've done it, not because I want you to see how flat-ish it is. So you see, it's not too bad to get it off. I panicked because I thought, oh, I'm going to rip this for sure. Yeah, the first one was tough, but after that, it was okay. So you can see that that's reasonably flat. Sometimes you get a little bit of the glue on the end, but, you know, you can peel it off or cut it off. But I'm pretty happy with that. So, you know, that's kind of nice and flattish. I don't have to do anything to the back. I used to always put gesso or something on the back to flatten it out. But anyway, so this is what it is. It's Meeden is the brand. Meeden, M-E-E-D-E-N, and cold press. Cold press just means it's got a bit of a grain to it. You can get the hot press, which is much smoother, but I personally like the little bit of grain to it, the texture on it, but much the same. 100% cotton, so that's what I like about it too. It just absorbs all of the mediums that you put on better. So 20 sheets. Now it's 310 by 230, so it's actually a little bit wider than an A4 sheet. But yeah, so it's round about the A4 size, but it is a tiny bit. Yeah. But yeah, so go on. I bought it from Amazon. I don't know where else you can buy it, but have a look at that if you like the idea of it, because I'm impressed with it. Okay, now that is just the background. I'll be doing lots and lots of stuff, layers and things like that. Now this is the image that I'm going to be using on it, and yeah, so she's quite nice. Those colours blend in nicely. I have still yet to use these two, so you know that would look very nice against her hair and the background there. All right, so I'm going to be using those. Right, so all sorts of things that I've got going on here. Let me think what I'm going to do next. First, I'm going to find the stencil that I had. Oh, here it is. Okay, now please don't ask me where I got this stencil from. I was going to say it could be an All and Create, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure because of the size. It could be either that or Paper Rose, or I've had it for a while, so I have no idea where I've got it from. Let me just. What have I done with the... I'm always so careful with the... Anyway, it'll be this. Ah, there it is. Sorry. Let me just put this on straight away before I lose it. Come on. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to be using the stencil. In the background here, you can sort of see this all archy sort of things going on. So I thought, oh yeah, that'll do nicely, because I see lots of circles on here. You know, circles in the hair. The flowers are circly. The background's got circle bits all over it. So that's kind of where I'm heading with it. And so today I am going to do. I'm going to grab the white gesso. Now this, if you watched my live last night, which you can just scroll down to see on here if you did miss it, that medium and what else? Oh, clear gesso as a means to add colour. Sorry, I'm just off screen. Sorry, I'll fix it up in a minute. I'll just clean this brush. Sorry, I'll move it all over. And the reason I did that is because those mediums are translucent or transparent, depending on what you use, and meaning you don't lose the intensity of the colour that you're mixing in with it. So we'll see how we go. I am going to use this colour. It is a very bright colour, so it may lose some colour being in the white gesso, but I'm hoping it won't be too dulled down, for want of a better word. Let me just grab my spoon again. Now, I'll just bring it over here for a moment. So I'm just mixing it in. So it's actually a very nice colour. Quite like that. It's more very in keeping with what I'm doing here. So that's the colour that I mixed last night with matte medium. So you can see it's the same colour, although it was the spritzy one, shimmer one. It it didn't lose any of its colour, whereas this has gone down some shades, but I actually love it. It'll perfect for what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to be careful because I'm just going to randomly do colours over here. Actually, what I should do is I want to mix up a couple of colours. Sorry, I'm sort of creating on the hop here. So I'm just going to mix up the lighter pinky colour, the lighter, what is it? Cotty sort of tone. I am putting a bit on, you know, not more than what I might use with water, but we'll see how we go with this one. So this one's much lighter, which is good because that's going to help to give a bit of contrast in my stenciling that I do, so that's good. So you can sort of see there I've got the two different shades of pink happening there. Alright, let's see how we go. I shall get I might use two of these guys. Oh, I probably could use the same one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to just swap this over. So I'm going to use the blending tool for doing this. I'll just move my, so I'll try and keep you in screenshot there, of course. So let's see how we go. Bit of a tap, tap, tap. I don't want too much on there. I'm just going to, oh gosh, it looks nice on there. Anyway, we'll see how we go with this. Obviously, you'll probably get a little bit of green coming through, but we'll work through that. That's okay. Just going over it quite a bit because I just want to make sure there's a little bit of intensity there. Oops. So let's just lift that off and just see what we've got there. Okay, that's not too bad. So I'll do a little bit more. I'll do all the darker pink first, and then I'll go back over with some of the lighter pink. Now I'm keeping away from the borders of the stencil so that I don't get that line. I just want a very organic sort of look. And I'm rubbing rather than pouncing all the time so that I get a, okay, not too bad. We'll put some down here. Keeping away from that edge. Oops. Replace that. Hopefully we're still okay. Yep. It's my big overhead light. It's a battery operated light. And I forgot to swap it over this morning. Oh dear, what's going on there? How about we put a little bit of this here. Get rid of that. Beautiful. And I'll just put a little bit more over here. I might just turn that on its side a little bit. I know I probably have kind of overdone the stenciling there. That's okay. I don't mind it. So I'm just going to dry that off, and then we'll go over with the lighter one. So it's very subtle in the background, which is great, because I've also got some circles. When I get new Lindies, I usually test out the colours and do swatches, etc. And I usually make up quite a substantial amount, and so I always use the leftovers, and I just paint pieces of paper with it. So what I've done with the leftovers is I've cut them into circles so that I can use them on this page. So there'll be lots of circles over here as well. So I've really focused on that the circle content on here. Now I'll just make sure I get it in different spots, and I'll stick to the same one. I'll just try and dab it off as much as possible. Let's see how we go. Okay. So I want to just make sure I do go over some of the darker colour a bit. And I love the fact that not all of the Lindies has mixed in, so there's some sections where it's, if you look at it on my page here, you can see some darker bits in there too, so that's good. Utilise that. So I'm just going to fill in what has not been done, making sure again that I go over some of the other bits. Just to make sure it's all cohesive then. Beautiful. I'm going to put a big blob in the middle there. I love this stencil because it's got all different sizes, all different interweaving bits. Put a tiny bit up in the corner here just to bring some of that lighter colour up in the corner. Beautiful, and same on this side here, just a little bit. That little circle keeps sticking out. Sorry, I can't help myself, you know, you never know when to stop, I tell you. Oh dear. Is everybody else like me? Put too much. Just don't know when to stop. What I'm trying to do here, why I keep going, is that I'm trying to push the green back as well. You know, I want the green there, but not as bright as what it might appear. So I think what what I've achieved in the last couple of days is showing you all how you can use Lindy's as paints, as well as oh gosh, sorry, powders. Using powder. My mind is all over the place today. I think it's because I've had no sleep. Alright, so that is looking pretty good. I'm kind of happy with that. And we've got just that little bit of green coming through. And I love it. I'm just having a thought here. Because in the picture there's a nice yellow. Let me just have a look. Just want to check just to see for splatters. I've got that really bright yellow on there. I mean, that bright yellow is bright. I just want to sort of see what the difference is. Mustard going to be too, no, mustard's a little bit too So what I'm going to do is put mustard down. Sorry guys, I'm off camera. I'm going to put a bit of mustard down, and I've got all sorts of inks here, so I'm going to put, here's another one, there we go. A little bit of white in there. Let's see how we go with that. Still want to bring it down a bit more. Oops. There is, I want to bring in a bit more yellow. Now it is only going to be splatters, so it won't be matter if it's a little bit deeper. So I've used my mustard gloss, I don't know what they call that now, glossy acrylic medium, you know, just with the dropper, and I've put in some acrylic ink, some white acrylic ink to bring it down. So that's the colour I have ended up with. That's the original sort of colour. And I'm just going to do some splatters with that first. I'll probably do some more later, but while I've got this, now I want to get rid of that picture. Grab my bit of board here, and I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just adding some splatters over the page. Sometimes I turn my brush over because it tends to make different marks, the different ways it's sitting. Alright, that will do for that for now. Alright, let me just bring that up a little bit to the camera and hope that you can sort of see, but it is looking quite awesome. So I hope you can sort of see some of those splatters there. But anyway, that's great. Alright, let me dry that off a bit. Okay. I am really liking this page. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, now, I'm not going to do an awful lot to this. I will do some stamping. Oh, what am I going to do? I always seem to go for the same stamps all the time. Let me think about something a bit different. I don't want to do circly or dots because we've got a lot of circles and dots on here. And I don't want to keep going to the same text stamp all the time. Let me look at here. So we've got, actually I might go with this one. Oh, it's got words on it. Okay. I've got a stamp. Let me think. Let me go up here and have a look. Instead of using the same old all the time. This is what I want. So it's exactly sitting right there. Now I think this one, if I remember correctly, this stamp that I've just pulled out, let me just get these back. The stamp that I've pulled out I think is a uniquely creative. So I don't know if it's all the time. But it's got a flower on it and it's got some text. Oops, that's the right way there. And I thought, there's flowers all over the girl, so, and we've got a bit of text, so we're killing two birds with one stone here. So, which way did I say it was? That way. Okay, so I've just got to get rid of my palette for a minute. Now I don't want to use my hickory smoke stamp pad because I think I've messed it up. I was doing lots of ATCs and recording the other day, and I think I inadvertently put embossing ink into my stamp pad, my hickory smoke stamp pad, because it's really going weird at the moment, so I don't think it's looking so good. So I'm just using watering can from my minis that I have. Do a bit of ghost stamping as we go down. But you know, it's not really defined, but that's okay. I just want some mark making all over this. Can't even see the flowers. I don't know why I'm worried about the flowers so much. But anyway, that's okay. I think the problem is I've got, at the moment, I've been becoming quite boring because I've got this box of stamps that I go to, mark making stamps. And so now I keep just doing that, and yet you saw I've got lots of boxes of stamps that I don't use. Alright. Again, here I go, again, all over the place. But, you know, that's me. That's what I like to do. Alright, we'll put that back there. Okay, so I've used the watering can over it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a bit of white in. You know, we've got no white in here, so we need a little bit of white. So this time I am going to... Alright, what did I do with the stencil that I had? Oh, here it is. I'm going to use the same stencil, but this time I'll just use white gesso. White gesso, white paint, whatever you have. I don't know, I can't remember the last time I used white paint. I just seem to use gesso. This gesso is a very bright white. and that's what I like about it. Now I'm just going to be doing a little bit randomly, mostly over near where the stamping is, and I shall take that off and put it in water straight away. And where's that other one I had here? I'll grab this one, and so it's going to push that stamping back too, so it won't be as prominent as it is at the moment. Good. More here. Oh, gosh, I'm having trouble with that circle. I'm just making sure I put some over the stamping just to push it back a little bit. That's all I'm really doing. Let's have a look at that. Yep. Alright, that will do for that. No more, no more, no more. Okay, take that off into the water. Let that soak and clean that off after, and you'll be able to. Something you should do too is, that's gesso in there, but if you use acrylic paints, it will build up, and you really should, because I'm going to stick that in the water too. I'm going to scrub that when I'm finished, so that I can get rid of all that paint, because if you start that building up in there, won't let the pad stick onto it, so you need to make sure it's clean. Okay, let's go. Now I've done that. I now want to do, I'm going to bring my little, I might grab the shimmery one, because I want some really big sort of sprinkles, I suppose. So let's just put a bit in there. Water. Oops, all over the desk. Beautiful. Probably a lot more than I need, but that's okay. A bit of a stir. So now I'm going to, with my fan brush, I'm going to do more sprinkles. And I don't mind if they're big, because we've got to start bringing some of that beautiful colour back in again. I'm going to dry that off, and I'm going to use the yellow here as well. I know it might seem like a lot, but I don't know. I mean, of course, the picture is the image is the hero, but you don't want to lose everything in. I've got way too much there, so of course I shall paint that onto something after. And by the time we put our big circles on, it's going to push a lot of this back too. You know, we go to all this trouble and a lot of it's going to be covered. Sorry, I was having a look. I thought someone was at my front door, but anyway, that's okay. No one's there. So I like how it has spread. Okay, so it's become quite distinctive marks. I mean, I don't think it looks too bloody, for want of a better word. That's the problem when you're using red colours. Oh, this thing. There's something probably not sitting in properly, the socket. Alright. Okie dokie. Right, that is that. Now, I said I wanted to put some yellow on. I still don't think I've got enough white, so I think I'm going to be using white. There we go. See how I'm getting those lines on there? So I just need to turn it around a little bit so that you don't keep getting these lines. Sometimes it's because it needs a... It's just the brush. I usually have 3 on the go, but I don't know what I've done with the other ones. So to me, that's already lifted just by putting that white on there. I love the little lines on it actually. That's why I don't worry too much about it, because I turn the page around so that the little lines that happen go different ways. So it just adds a little bit more interest actually. So I quite like the lines appearing. I don't know if you can see them. Looks a bit like a constellation. It's pretty cool. Just going to swap over to my hairdryer. The hairdryer is noisier, but it just is quicker. So that's the issue when you use, it's not an issue really, but I thought it was still very wet, but it's actually the acrylic ink is very shiny, so it dries shiny. Alright, now I'll just put this, I'll probably end up putting that here. I haven't even thought about quotes or anything like that. Actually, yes I have. Now I've got a million circles here that I've cut up from samples, and I won't use them all, but I will, as I might put, for my wording, I'm going to put that there. Let me think about it. What was I? Alright, I wanted to use 2 little ones. Let me see what we've got. I think I want to really focus on the yellowy sort of colour, so I'm going to have that, and I'm going to have that there, so that's where I'm going to put some words. Now I've got all of these here, which I will scatter around the place, but what I'll do with them is I just want them to look a little bit different. So I've got some that are only half and I can tuck them in. I may not use all of these, but I've just got them here, so I'll just do a few and leave the rest. Now, where's that stamp I had? So the stamp I had, and my little, okay. So I'm just going to very good stamp actually, for what I was hoping for. But anyway, that's okay. We'll stick with it. So I'm using different sections. Some are going to have a lot, some are going to have a little bit. Just don't want it to look too contrived. Flower doesn't work very well at all. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. Probably should have used something a bit non-generic so I don't have to worry about how it's placed. So I've got all of those marked there, so let me just pick them up. I don't think I'll put any splatters or anything on it. I think we've got enough splatters in the background here. So I'll just leave them there, and I want that there. So I just need to sort of start doing some placement. I'll probably take one because, let me just take them off for the minute. I'm going to make up a journal, so I just want to know where the halfway point is. Okay, so that's where it is. Okay, alright, so I'll probably have that there. I will, I'm not going to glue anything down, I'm just doing placement at the moment, but I think I'll go around the outside of these with some pink ink. You know, so what I'm going to be doing here is just putting some of these around. Maybe I might even, you know, even have one sort of on there as well. Okay, so do you get the idea that I'll be placing these around? And look, I normally would be worried about printing and all that sort of thing, but I'm going to try and not be too wrapped up in that. And so then on this side, now that I've done that, it's going to annoy me. Just forgive me, I'm just talking to myself at the moment as I try and place these. Now I'll just actually put that and maybe contrast with that. Anyway, so now I need a couple there around there. Okay, so you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. No, can't use that one. So I'm trying to that there. Okay, alright, so let's get rid of this for the minute. Okay, so I'm going to get my glue and start gluing these down. I have to put him there, so I'll just grab him. Around the edges there. Oh, I was going to stamp them, wasn't I? Ah! There it is. Alright, where's that one with the glue? Let me just do this one and then I'll just very lightly around the outside, just so that it just sticks out. Alright, yeah, somewhere there would be nice. Beautiful. Okay, so it just has that little bit of a, oh, right, now I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, those are there. That's going on the picture, so I'll turn that around. Okay. Let's just do these first. These minis are so handy. I do sometimes, I notice they're becoming more available now, but I sometimes feel I wish I could get the refills, the re-inkers, but I notice that people are starting to stock them now, so that's good. I need to go through and see which ones I use. Oop. The rain has started up again here today. Time for the weekend. I think we've got about a couple of weeks of it. I'm not sure. I'll just leave it at that for the moment. If I need any more, I've got one here. I'll just do that just in case. Beautiful. All right. Now let's just get. So what I might do now is I have got that one glued down, and I'll glue him on better if I need to. So I want those two and that one sit over there, because that's. So what I will do is I'm going to grab a bit of card. Oh, it might be a bit thick. Thinner card. Let's see. I keep everything. I don't throw anything away, honestly. Scissors. More. All right, okay. Let's put that aside for the minute. Now, is my tape still here? Yes. I'll use my double-sided tape that I had last night. I'm going to join these two together just to give it a bit more lift. Come on. There we go. Because I don't want them too raised, because the problem I'm having at the moment is my book is just getting too thick, and although I'm doing this, I'm doing my own journal. What I tend to do these days is do pages like this and then just start creating my own journal and make my own journal up as I go along. So the next page I do, I'll just adhere it to the back of this one. And then just start creating my book. That way then I can determine how many pages are going to be in the book, and then create a nice cover to go over it. Okay, so we'll put that in the middle there. Alright, so that's just going to lift it up a little bit, not too much. I will put some tape on the back of this. I love this tape. I like this size for making my journals. Right. Okay. So if I have to cut some of the circles back, that's okay, I'll do that. I'm just going to put her there, and they're only small circles, so you know I can always cut them down if I wanted to. So I mean, like for instance, see for instance that one there, I can push that in there, which is why I kind of decide. Oh, I haven't done the edge of that one. It's all right. I'm not thinking. There we go. So I just find it easier this way to do it like this. So I'll just start putting these around. Some of them I'll cut off a little bit more. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's use these scissors instead. Nice, nice, nice. So this one, I'm just going to put a little tiny bit in there. Tuck that in. Okay. So I need a bit more glue in there, I think. Okay. Now I wanted one. Yeah, I want to go onto there. So make sure. Just going to stick that underneath. Push that in as much as I can. Just raise it. That's it. Beautiful. Oh, I was going to put that on top. Such an idiot. See, it's going on top. I better make sure that all right. Now, need a few more pinkies. That down into there. Now I've got those three, so I do need a few for them. Just excuse me, I'm talking to myself here. Let's grab a pinky one for there. Not quite sure how that goes. I mean, if you're anything like me, you sit and fuss over this for far too long than it should take. Let's move that out the way. I'm just tucking them in for now, and you know I can fix them all up better later on. Now let's move over to this page. So words, words and words. let me, yep, okay. Alright, so let's poke that one in underneath there. And it can sit on there a little bit. Hasn't got any ink on it. Where is this? I don't know how long I've been going for, so we're kind of nearly finished. Just going to plug that into there like that. Now, I don't want to put another one on this side because it'll look like Mickey Mouse. And I don't want that. So I'll put it down here. I was going to do that, wasn't I? Yeah. Does that look like Mickey Mouse? Let me just have a look at it in the screen. I'll have a look at it so I can see what it's like. Don't know if I quite like that there. Look okay. So just waiting for the camera to catch up so I can see what it looks like. Yeah, that'll do. Don't want to overthink it any more than I have to. Now I'm going to run out of glue. Right there. Like that. I can always fix these up after, but that's I won't glue that down yet because I may lift those up. So where's my other? Okay, I've got those two. Oh, here we go. Here's my words here. I know what I haven't done is need one coming off the edge. Let's see if I can put one up coming off the edge over there as well. I need something coming off the edge. I'll push that up a little bit so I can cut that off. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, put that there. So I want those two together and then he can sort of sit here a little bit. Beautiful. Now, oh, okay, got a little bit there, but let me see what is giving here. Okay, maybe I'll put one there as well. I'll deliberately take it over the edge so that I can cut that off. All right, now take those off. Let us cut. Come on. Beautiful. So what I might do, that's the beauty about not having it in a book, you can do this quite easily. Oh dear. Right, awesome. Okay. Right, I'm going to just leave that for the minute because I'm going to get my pen. I think I'll use this one. Haven't used it for a while, so let me just test it, make sure it's okay. It's a bit fluory, but it will do. So what I'm going to write on here is, very carefully, I haven't got my go. I will put a little bit of a, so go girl, I'll go over that again. You got this. Thickening it up a bit. Because I've got a few little gaps there that I just want to okay, so this, alright, I'm going to leave that. Let's just go over this again. Probably a little bit brighter than I wanted, but I think it'll still go all right with the girl. Go girl. You got this. Okay, so I'll let that dry off. Okay, let's see. Oh, cheesecloth all over the plate. I still haven't cleaned my table up properly from last night. I'm probably overdoing the dots on this, but that's okay. Put one there. Oh, do it in the middle too. What the heck? Okay. Go girl. So I wanted that up there. Go, put it on the side a little bit. I probably will go around those words a little bit with fine black pen, but I'll just get them on here first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to go right round the whole big one. a bit overkill. But that's okay. Go girl. Go girl. This one, I should, oh dear, did I stick it in the, gosh, I hope this, oh, there's water there. Bit of overkill, but that's okay. That one probably won't stick on there because it's wet. All right, go girl, you got this. I suppose English is probably not proper, but anyway, that's okay. Now, if I put it away, where is it? I did have a pen out before. Let me get rid of this before I stick my hand in it. Where's my pen? I had a very fine pen out before. There it is. So what I'm going to do, girls, this is a very, very fine, ultra micro it is. It's finer than a ballpoint pen, but it's great if you want to outline something. Go girl. I am so happy with this. It's fantastic. It doesn't often work on lots of paints. You know, if if you're highlighting over something, it's good because it lights the lindies. But sometimes with acrylic paints it can get bogged down in it. But the lindies it likes. Little hearts, make it look cute. This has turned out pretty cool. I'm much happier with this one today. I guess it's the topic, you know, I don't know what it is with girls' faces. Just love working with them. I guess it's also too, I like the colours because they're bright and cheery. They're very summery, very, you know, Australian summer weather. Yeah, just pretty cool. the hearts are a good little addition. I might put one on her face too. Yeah, top on. Does this one work? Oh, yes it does. Oh, doesn't? Oh, please don't. I don't want it. Will I get a heart out of it? Yep. So, there we go. Oh, she looks cute. All right. I will. Just going to go around this picture. Whoops. Not watching where I'm looking. All right. I will need to use a slightly thicker one. Slightly thicker. And I've got the pink around there, but I just like to put a little bit. A little bit of a black line around it as well. Oh gosh. Have I had too much coffee or do I need coffee? I don't know what it is. I'm a bit wibbly wobbly. Oh. Just love the Some people would love to have little squiggly lines like I've done on this page. For some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm over caffeinated or I need some more. I have had a coffee. Whoa! Gosh. I'm going to blame the texture underneath. Can I do that? Well, there you go. She is done and dusted. I think I've done everything there. I'm not going to put anything else on. Let me have a look at it. Bring it over here to show you. How is that looking? Oh, she's so cute. Have a look at it. It's gorgeous. Don't mind saying so myself. Linda just getting... I need to put something there. I think I need a heart. I'll let that dry off a bit and then I might put a border around it, go around the outside of it. But that's it, ladies. It is done. I hope you're in as much in love with these new Lindy's Magicals, the Go Girl set. And I shall put pictures up on the website. So thanks, ladies, for sticking by me again today. And yeah, thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this, and I hope you enjoyed the process too. Love to see what you do, and yeah, and don't forget, if you are watching this on Thursday the 28th of November, don't forget that Nat is having a 15% off on the Natalie Mae's scrapbooking website. 15% off Lindy's Game Magicals. So if you want either this set, the Go Girl set, or any others, you can go there, but you need to put this code Go Girl Linda with double L there at the checkout. So you just keep going through, and eventually it does exclude the bundles that she's got because they're already discounted. But yeah, she's got 2 bundles up on the website. But anyway, take that opportunity up if you would like to get this set or another set. There's she's got lots of different ones up on the website. So thank you, girls, and I would love to see if you do any of these. I'd love to see what you do. And yeah, thanks, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.